Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for holding today's hearing on the Nigerian terrorist organization Boko Haram and the threat the group may pose to the United States. I'd also like to welcome our witnesses today and look forward to gaining insights from each of you and to learn more about how we can partner with the Nigerians to help combat terrorism. Boko Haram, a terrorist organization based in northern Nigeria, has been drawing increased attention by conducting a campaign of violence against the Nigerian government and, in an apparent and possibly game-changing escalation, a recent attack against the UN headquarters in the Nigerian capital. The group has apparently continued to expand their target set, and on November 5th, the U.S. Embassy in Abuja issued an emergency message to all U.S. citizens in Nigeria that Boko Haram was planning to attack Western hotels in Abuja. Boko Haram has expanded their capabilities and operations rapidly, but in part due to their rapid rise, very little is known about the group and little international attention has been focused on it. That's why I'm pleased to join Chairman Meehan today in releasing a report on Boko Haram. This report pulls together the disparate pieces of open-source media available on the group in order to present the fullest picture yet of the threat posed by Boko Haram, including whether or not it has the intent and capability to attack the United States, and options for U.S. engagement and assistance to the Nigerian government to counter this threat. Hopefully, this report and our discussion today can raise awareness of an evolving terrorist organization whose list of targets has now expanded to include the international community and could include the United States homeland. What makes Boko Haram particularly concerning is how quickly it has grown over the past few years from a local militia to a more complex terror organization which, earlier this month, carried out a series of coordinated suicide bombings in several cities across the country, killing dozens of people. Boko Haram has been able to expand its reach from a traditional northeast power base southward to the capital, Abuja, and reportedly even further south. The most notable example of Boko Haram's evolving capabilities and ambitions is the suicide car bomb attack, which the Chairman alluded to earlier. The attack signaled a willingness on the part of Boko Haram to attack international targets and may signify a shift towards a more global militant ideology. Perhaps the most troubling aspect of the threat posed by Boko Haram is the reports of increasing ties between the group and other terrorist groups, including AQIM in North Africa and al-Shabaab in Somalia. The reported commingling of weapons, tactics, and personnel among these groups may be one reason that Boko Haram has reportedly been able to quickly develop its bomb-making expertise and tactics. There is still too much we don't know about Boko Haram, including its membership strength, its leadership cadre, and the true nature of its ties to other terrorist organizations. We must learn more about Boko Haram so that we do not underestimate the threat they may pose, as has happened in the past with other terrorist groups such as AQAP and al-Shabaab. The subcommittee calls for the U.S. government to increase information sharing with the Nigerian government and outreach with the Nigerian people, particularly the Muslims in the north, to better understand the underlying factors contributing to such extremism and to the appeal of a group like Boko Haram. This is a prudent tactic. But until we can learn more about this group, their intentions to strike the United States, and the extent and exact nature of their cooperation with other terror groups on the continent, we must be cautious with proceeding towards any major new commitments in Nigeria. I do not believe this hearing should telegraph a desire for the United States' engagement in another international theater. Rather, our report and hearing today should serve as a solid starting point to raise awareness of a potential new threat and spur further discussion and examination to build an effective strategy for dealing with Boko Haram. Once again, I want to thank the witnesses for being with us today, and I look forward to your testimony. I yield back.